Vuyo, good evening to you. So what has the minister said about these arrests, which has sparked confusion?
Well, he was the keynote speaker, and he delivered the speech in mostly isiZulu and isiXhosa, or a mix of the two. And it was mostly off the cuff. So he made very general statements, basically saying the same things he said on Tuesday when he arrived here and held and spoke to members of the community, whereafter he then had a very short media briefing that we attended. So there was really nothing new, certainly from where we sat as the group of journalists who had heard him speak on Tuesday. And then and it wasn't particularly long. It wasn't long, in fact, at all, the speech that is. And then towards the end, he then sort of dropped, the big announcement. And we all went to our phones, calling our newsroom, sending messages about a breaking story that 3 people had been arrested and the 4th one had apparently escaped. Take a listen to how he put it.
Bakhona abantu abathathu asebeboshiwe. Bathathu. Now, labantu abathathu asebeboshiwe baboshwa ngumsebenzi amaphoyisa eholwa uGeneral Masimula kanye lo deputy bakhe kanye nabanye abasebenza nabo abamaphoyisa awochwepheshe kuphenyeni abakwazi ngisho ukulalela isibhamu sekade saqhuma basilalela ukuthi sasibheke kuphi lesibhamu umuntu owayesiphethe wayemi kuphi ngalesikhathi esiqhumisa bayakwazi ukwenza kanjalo. Base beyathola ukuthi kukhona abantu abathathu okufanele ukuthi babalandela laba bantu babathola laba bantu. Ukhumbule ukuthi ngithi sathi kulo wonke lamacala enikhala ngawo ukuthi enzekile kwangabikho iphumo kwangabikho siphuma sasho lapha ukuthi sizodonsa kwani esihlangana nayo sizodonsa kwani esihlangana nayo ba kukhona umuntu obulela umuntu ngonyaka odlule sizambopha masimthola manje.
So as you can imagine, there was a great deal of excitement because remember, this place is notorious, and the police here, that is, for not cracking any of these cases, and there are so many of them. In fact, that's the reason that the multidisciplinary team deployed here from Pretoria, but also from the provincial headquarters, Bisho, is, among other things, going to dust off a number of cases that have not been cracked. So there was excitement, especially as he seemed to be giving details of what has actually happened. And then, as soon as he left that podium, the program was about to end. Remember, he was the keynote speaker. What then subsequently happened is that he had a little impromptu briefing outside the tent where the memorial service was held. And then we asked a few questions as to, how is the arrest of these 3 people linked to the murders, and how did this happen, what has been discovered, and so on. And that's when it started umming and ahhing and confusing us even more. We tried to be very direct, very specific about what actually happened, but what did emerge is that the arrest of these 3 people is not directly linked to the shooting of the 8 people. Take a listen to how he tried very hard to explain it all.
They have been arrested for specific cases that will be clarified in court in terms of the charges. But as I say, it is possible, and mind that operational word, that while people or any one of them or all of them get charged for a specific case or the specific cases, they may be people of interest in other cases, as the case may be. And investigation in the meantime is continuing. This talks to the context under which the murders of 18 people happened. So I'm not going to say, if for instance any one of the three appear in any of the cases that Mr. King was talking about, we're not going to arrest. We're going to arrest. But at the same time, while arresting him or her or them for whatever case, they may be, or any one of them, they may be people of interest, including for this particular one that happened on the 18th. And I hope I'm clarifying my...
Well, Koli, I don't know if you or our viewers are any clearer as to what exactly the police have achieved. But what we do know is that come tomorrow, the three suspects will appear in this court tomorrow. Koli?
Vuyo Mvoko, thank you very much. Well, I am actually very confused at the moment as to who these people are going to be appearing for in terms of the alleged offences that they committed. Is it to do with the 18 people, or is it other matters that may have happened in the area? Thank you very much for the time being.